Welcome back to Homestead Stadium, and a very special welcome to our guest, Paddy O'Brien.
Good morning, Tom.
You're just fresh back from the First Division final. From a spectator view, it looked like a fantastic contest. What was it like to control?
Yeah, very hard to start with because both sides, of course, being a final, were having a go at each other. But once we got on top of it, it was an outstanding game of rugby, and Auckland just showed what a great side they are. And Counties never gave up, so yeah, a great way to finish the season.
Did you bring back some secrets that we can catch on to for next season?
I'm not sure what the secret is to take on Auckland, Tom, but for the other sides, yeah, hey, I think Southland's going to be right in there. Yeah.
Do you think they've got a weakness that anyone can exploit?
At present, the answer is no. The whole success of Auckland is that you go from number 1 through to 15 and they're very strong. Until a forward pack gets on top, no, I don't think anyone can beat them.
Perhaps we can next year.
Well, maybe.
We'll go to your appointment as the number 1 referee in New Zealand. You must be very proud of that achievement. What doors does that open for you here and overseas?
Well, there's a couple of appointments coming up at the Five Nations next year, which are going to be announced next month. I understand I'm in the running for one of them. What it opens up is also it's going to be merit-based refereeing in test matches from now on. So it gives me the inside running, I suppose, from a New Zealand point of view, to if I can perform overseas, to climb up the world ladder, and opens all sorts of doors for me if I can cash in on it.
Are you likely to return to Hong Kong?
Probably not, unfortunately. Hong Kong this year was absolutely fantastic, but no, that's the sort of thing we share around, and I would think another New Zealander from the international panel will do the sevens in Hong Kong next year.
Interesting thing we picked up from here is one of the commentators mistook you for a player because you were about the only one keeping up with the ball in one of those games. You must have a lot of self-discipline. You don't have a team to train with. What do you do in the way of preparation for a season?
I'm probably lucky in the fact that I have got speed, natural speed. I wouldn't say I'm the fittest referee, and I struggle at the beep test, which is the endurance side of it. I've been very lucky this year with Keith Robertson, the Southland side, and on the Mondays and Tuesdays I can go out with them and train, and actually took my beep test rating way up. So, you know, I take a lot of credit to Keith for doing that and allowing me to train with his side. But then on other days, just got to go out and, as I say, I'm lucky in the fact that I've always had leg speed, so I've just got to keep it up and make sure that I don't lose that, because once I lose that, then I'll be in trouble. Everybody
talks about how it's a tremendously long season for the players, but it's equally so for the referees, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We haven't got an off-season this year. We've got the sevens coming up shortly. We have briefings for Super 12. We've got the top 10 briefing in December. Then if I happen to be one of the referees going overseas, it's a month in January through to February. Then we come back, the Super 12 briefing in Australia, and then Super 12 starts in March. So there's no off-season. It's a huge commitment now, but it's very exciting.
The law changes that we've witnessed over the last couple of seasons have opened up the game fantastically, especially to people, non-rugby type people who've enjoyed the entertainment factor. What can we expect in the next few seasons in terms of changes to the game?
Hopefully they won't tamper too much. I think we've just about got the recipe right. The only thing they're going to do, as I understand it, is substitutions, which will mean that it will be quicker again, which is another bit of a worry for the referees. And then the lifting of the line out, they're going now to you have to be above the shorts. Now how that's going to work out, I'm not sure. I'm a wee bit disappointed because I felt that this year one of the successful ones was the lifting of the shorts straight in the air, clean ball off the top, and away we went. So once the players get used to that, it'll work okay. But I hope they don't tamper too much with the laws as they have them now.
I think you did right about the line-outs. From spectator point of view, they were much cleaner. Although it was a little bit false that people got lifted, it must have been a lot easier to control.
Well, it is, and I think players would accept and referees would accept it. In the last 10 years, line-outs have been a lottery, and there's so much pushing, shoving and going on, it was just the unlucky guy that got penalised. Now it's good, it's clean, let's go, and I think it's great.
Perhaps the only part that's still misinterpreted, if you like, by the spectators is the Ruck and Maul, the changeover at Ruck and Maul. It's still a little bit controversial, that area.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. I think I blame ourselves a wee bit for the fact that no one's come out and explained it. Now, what people hear on TV is that, but the ball was in the air. Well, in actual fact, the turnover's got nothing to do with the ball being in the air. It's about players being on their feet. And until that's explained, and I think we've got a lot of homework to do in the education of fans and players alike from a refereeing point of view, then there won't be the controversy that's there at the moment.
It seems even at the very top level there's still just a little bit of doubt as to what the ruling is.
Yeah, I completely agree, I can't argue. I'd say the 10 referees at the top at the moment, there's probably 5 doing it one way and 5 the other, which is not good enough. I know that in Wellington they're going to address it, but it is a simple law, and if it's taken simply, I can't see why we're getting it wrong.
Okay, well, thank you very much for coming along, Paddy. It's just been marvellous to have you here, and we wish you all the very best for the 1997 season.